Hello, so if you click this link, then you want to learn more about Raymond's Capstone, which was being a video editor. And to start this off, we'll do the first question, which is what we learned about ourselves. So, yeah, what did you learn about yourself, Raymond?
Well, throughout the whole Capstone experience, I learned 3 things about myself. I learned that I'm more impatient than I usually am if I do work on things. I do take a lot of time and effort to do it, but I tend to be unmotivated at times, so therefore it would make me more impatient. Secondly, I get distracted a lot, not gonna lie. Throughout the whole Capstone and while I was editing your video, and while I was trying to edit other videos as well to practice my video editing skills and the software I used, I tend to always go on my phone and check Instagram, or if I hear a notification pop up, I tend to look at that and I stay 5 to 10 minutes off from what I was doing. So that's a really big distraction for me. And at times, if I'm really unmotivated as well, I would play games as well, which then makes me distracted more. And lastly, number 3, I realized that if I focus a lot into creating something or doing something that I really like, then I get the job done faster.
Putting your mind to it?
Yeah, putting my mind to it. I feel like I've learned that even if I'm impatient, I do focus on the things I do right in front of me than what's around me more.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing necessarily, because the tree of being impatient means you would want something to be done right away as well, you know? Putting your mind to it, those two can correlate pretty well.
Yeah.
It doesn't really contradict itself.
Well, the main thing that contradicts themselves is this distractions and me focusing, right?
That's true, yeah. But it's a balance.
It is a balance, yeah.
How much practice did you need to hone your skills?
Well, personally, I had to watch a lot of guides in order to actually find out how the software I chose worked. There was a lot of things from those videos. You saw the zoom ins and the
speeding it up.
That was actually really not that hard to do, but in the beginning I was like, wow, how am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to make this entertaining?
What was the hardest thing you had to kind of figure out within your software?
The hardest thing I had to figure out had to be finding where everything is and remembering where they are. Because,
relatable.
Yeah, because literally everything looked so complicated in the beginning, and up until now it still looks extremely complicated because I haven't figured out how to do everything yet.
How much practice did you need to have to hone your skills as an editor?
I had to practice a lot because I only knew a little bit of video editing because I only watched montages of games and funny moments in order to, put out the stuff that I put out right here. So I tried out to edit some videos of mine before, but I don't know where they went because it kind of got corrupted, so I can't even show them here. But anyways, it took me a lot of time and took me a lot of YouTube guides to actually figure out how to do the zooms and how to speed and slow down audio and such that.
So, what part of editing do you like a lot?
Personally, I like messing with images and audio effects the most because those are the points in which the videos are the most funny. I want to make sure that this part is silent while I add in another audio to make the funny moments pop out.
Yeah, it should pop up an image as I'm
Yeah.
speaking right now.
Yeah, like right now. Like
Yeah,
put up
right
a
now.
dog image.
Yeah, as to be like a really bald dog though, zooming in as I'm speaking about this. Okay, so let's talk a bit more about how your capstone changed, because you had 2 points, right? Where it went from a podcast to this edited video where we are right now. So tell me more, like in depth.
So yeah, personally, it changed. Oh, it changed actually 2 times. I wanted to make music the first time, and then it changed to the therapeutic podcast, and then it changed to here, the video editor. First off, I didn't say this in the capstone presentation, but I did do some. I did make music before. I used BandLab, which then made some like little funky tune.
I'll put a sample here right now of your music.
Yeah, I'll put a sample. And there you go, that's the sample.
And so why'd you drop that?
I dropped it because I wasn't liking what I was making. Even though at that moment I was liking it, I found myself being really critical of my own work. I wanted to actually make the lyrics as well, but then I couldn't really think of the lyrics on the spot or write them down. I scrapped that idea and didn't want to do it anymore.
And then moving on to the podcast one.
Moving on to the podcast one, yes. So what got me into it was that I wanted to make something that people could put as background noise or to listen in while they're maybe on transit or to fall asleep for. I also wanted to make something relatable to people and that they're not struggling alone, if that makes sense. I wanted to also pull in some people, like my friends, to talk about other topics within the therapeutic podcast as well. But I scrapped the idea because I think I would mentally drain myself while doing that. And I don't like talking all that much, even though I'm talking this much. And 2, I didn't get to research all that much into it. And I found myself unmotivated to actually like make a 30 length or a 15-minute length podcast for people to listen into. And podcasts are usually like not edited as well. So that's when I transitioned into wanting to be a video editor.
All right, so thank you for answering the questions. Do you have any like final thoughts to wrap up your presentation, your capstone, anything at all?
Yeah, so my final thoughts are that video editing is really fun, honestly. I would definitely do this as a hobby, or if I wanted to take my mind off things and edit clips together as well. But overall, I would not do this willingly for my whole life.
Why not?
Because I think I would get really exhausted and start either seeing like repetition of what I edit or just overall not liking what I'm editing.
Like a burnout almost?
Like a burnout.
Well, thanks for answering the questions. Those were good thoughts. Good project too. Thank you to everyone who's listening and watching this video. Thank you for your time. Thank you to Miss Beetlestone.
But yeah, if you're interested in Tu's topic, which is about tarot cards, make sure to stay tuned or check out the link.
Aw, yeah.